friends, welcome back to Living It Country. I'm Holly and today we have another beautiful tour today, and we get to go tour my friend Tara, and she lives in a beautiful antique farmhouse, thrifty finds home, and I am so excited for today's tour. Not only does Tara shop thrifty, but she gets great deals and she repurposes furniture, decorates it absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and welcome Tara here today, tour her home. You guys know I love not only sharing with you guys these beautiful homes and these beautiful people that have styled these homes, but I also love sharing small businesses. So today I wanted to share with you all Walls of Wisdom. It's my sign right behind here. This is one of my favorite humongous signs, and they do such an incredible job at making these reproduction kind of antique feeling signs, but they're canvas and they're customizable to your family, to your lifestyle, and any holiday too. So I just wanted to give them some love and support. I have a video right above here where I share this sweet sign, and I would love for you guys to check that out too. So let's go ahead and get started touring Tara's home today.
Guys, I'm Tara. I live in Bowmanville, Ontario, and I'm really excited to have you here to show you my home. So come along. So when you come in the house, there's my dog Gizmo. He lives here with me and my husband. This is the entryway. Hi. To the left here, I have my powder room. Now, when we moved in here, we basically renovated this entire house ourselves. All the floors, all of the fixtures, everything. And this, I just have this cute little thing here by the front door to hang coats and my purse. Some baskets up there, I keep dog stuff, some hats. The entrance to the kitchen. The hallway, we installed this sliding barn door. That's just our coat closet. I'm gonna take off my shoes because they're making a lot of noise. This I just keep here for extra shoes. This mirror I picked up at the thrift store. Pretty much everything in my home is from the thrift store, from Marketplace, and most of my furniture I have refinished myself. This is the entrance into our living room, dining room area. Which leads out to our second story deck. That's where we eat. I get a lot of questions about this big black cabinet. This was a purchase off of Kijiji about, I would say, 6 years ago now. It's actually an apothecary cabinet. It was originally back in the day used for storing medicines and things like that. It's extremely heavy. Yes, all of those drawers work. They're full of a lot of random things like light bulbs, batteries. It's great for storage. This bench here, I picked up off of Marketplace for $25 and I refinished it myself. The table is also from Marketplace. That's a really old table. I'm not really sure of the history behind it, but I loved it. I fell in love with it, and didn't really do anything to it. I just got a piece of glass cut for it, so that way it would protect it. And my dining chairs, I picked these up for $5 from a thrift store. They're solid oak, and I refinished them and also reupholstered them. Up top of the apothecary cabinet, I like to just keep some of my ironstone pitchers. I've started a little collection. They're not that easy to find where I am, but I really love them. Hoping to find more. This chandelier I'm in love with, and we recently added this, I'd say about a few months ago. This was $25 off of Marketplace, and it just transformed the whole room. I've got my lavender plant over here. I am not a plant person. I mean, I love them, but I have the hardest time growing them. But this one's doing really good. I'm actually probably gonna have to trim it up soon. Over here, I've just put a chair for some extra seating. That little clock was a gift from my mom. It used to be brown, and I just painted it. And then on either side of my couch there, I purchased these yellow oak filing cabinets, and I just gave them a whitewash, and that's what I use as our side tables. That coffee table was also a thrift store find, which I just chalk painted. I of course have a coffee table book here. Love Joanna Gaines. And that piece there was part of a hutch that was one of the first pieces I ever refinished. I got that from Value Village. And I'm not even sure what this technique is called, but this is just what I did to it, and I really like how it came out. Changed out the hardware on it. These mirrors that I have on either side of the apothecary cabinet, that's something that I actually did not buy secondhand. I believe I purchased these at Jisk on sale. They were very inexpensive. They were silver, and I painted them. And then this little cabinet in the corner actually hides all of my dog's toys. I will show you guys. I made that for him because, he has his toys all over the place all the time. And over here, this little corner is just where we keep some liquor, which never gets drank. And this little desk, I purchased at my local thrift store, and I was told it was probably an old mail office desk. It's got all of these little slots and stuff in the back for paperwork and whatnot. And underneath it's got some little shelves, which I just keep glasses on, but I love them. I also have a few of these. I forget what you call them, but I like to, they're actually like for water or wine, but I love to use them to put greenery in. This is the entrance here to my kitchen. My husband, I had him make those 2 corbels on either side of the opening for me. I wanted them really simple, and I just painted them myself. And that piece of, that's actually crown molding above it. I have a tutorial on my Instagram for how I made that. That was just a plain piece of crown molding that I had left over from when we did our kitchen cabinets, and I wanted it to look antique and have like an antique kind of design. So if you're interested, you can go onto my Instagram, tara.diana.home, and you can see in my highlights, I do a ton of DIYs and crafty things. And the kitchen. So these are actually the original oak cabinets that were in the house when we bought them. If you guys are wondering, this house is not very old. It's about 25 years old. And I'm in love with older houses, but this is what we have, and I wanted to give it as much character as I could. I'm not really into the cookie cutter kind of look. So I painted the cabinets myself. I changed out the hardware, and we added crown molding to the top, and we also added, I guess it's called a valance to the bottom of the cabinets. And I'm really happy with how they turned out. They've been great. No issues. The paint's held up really well. And the reason for adding that crown molding along the top is there was a bulkhead above there, and it's still there, and we couldn't get rid of it, unfortunately. So I did the best I could to have it blend in with the cabinets and just kind of elongate the cabinets. The next thing in the kitchen I get a lot of questions about is my island. My island was also, it was a Kijiji find, and it was quite a drive, but when I saw the picture of it, I just fell in love. And when I showed up to get it, the lady had it outside. She said when she moved into her house, the people had left it. I guess it was a custom built island, and it just wasn't her taste, so she had moved it outside, and it was actually living outside in the elements for almost 2 years. So you can imagine when I got it, it was in rough shape structurally. We had to do a lot of wood gluing, clamping, just to get it back structurally. But I was just in love with all the chippy paint. If you guys know me, you know that I love chippy paint. So what I did was I clear coated this a few times just to lock in that chippy paint and preserve it. But yeah, I get a lot of questions about that. It's one of my favorite pieces. Underneath it, I just have a big crock. I love crocks. I love to collect them and decorate with them. And that, I got that one for like 10 bucks. It's got a big crack in it, but I don't care. My chandelier, that was another $25 marketplace find. It was pretty yellow, so I just chalk painted that white, and I just love how that looks. I also love to decorate with just wood. I love natural wood. You'll see I have a bunch of different toned wood. I've got my barbecue scraper hung up over there. Another cutting board along the side. I mean, it's good storage, but I also love just how pretty it looks. I get a lot of questions about this window. It's not real leaded glass. That's actually a film that I purchased off of Amazon, so my neighbors couldn't see in while I'm doing dishes. And I get a lot of questions about this cabinet. This is what I use to store all of my spices and my oils in, and I just refinished that as well recently. You can find that too on my Instagram. I've also got this antique sign up there, which I made myself. I love signs. I like making them, but I usually don't end up loving them. This one I was pretty happy with, so I kept it. And then this big beast here. I really wanted a kitchen hutch, so this is also a new addition to my kitchen. That I got for free off of Marketplace. It was brown. I painted it. Gave it that chippy look. And inside, I just store a bunch of plates and some creamers, some little pitchers, and also my dishes. Just some baskets on top. And I'm one of those people that love to decorate any space, so I also have decor above my fridge. I've got a rolling pin collection up there, an old scale, just some other Crocs, just all thrift store finds. And over here, this is my little coffee station. Those shelves I got for like $2 a piece at the thrift store. They were forest green, and I painted those, hung them up. All my thrift store finds. Okay, now I'm gonna take you guys upstairs. So these stairs were something else that we redid. They were carpeted. Those there are window frames. My stepfather actually made those, and he was getting rid of them and asked if I wanted them. And I just painted them black. But I just think it's the perfect space for them because we have that little ledge there. And then I hung that super large mirror there going down the stairs. So in my hallway here, I've just got this piece, which was another Kijiji find that I painted. I mean, a lot of my pieces I move around pretty frequently. I change up decor a lot in my home. I get tired of stuff, I grow out of things. So most of these pieces have moved around, made their way around my house. There's another one of those, I think it's called a carboy, that I have the greenery in. And behind that is an old window, big old window, chippy paint. I actually have two of them, but I could not fit the other one here. But I got both of them for free off of Marketplace as well. It's amazing what people give away. And then just some more thrift store finds. Some vintage jars and glass pieces. So I'll take you guys into my master bedroom. So that's a king size bed there. This bed frame I got from Wayfair, so that was not used. All of the furniture is all secondhand though, that I've all refinished myself. That chandelier I recently just got my husband to hang. Took a lot of convincing because we did have a ceiling fan and he wasn't willing to part with it, but I told him we can get a floor fan and it's honestly a lot better. And I love waking up every morning and just looking at this. I love this. This obviously was another Marketplace find. It was so cheap and it's, I'm not sure if it's antique or vintage, but one of the two. It's brass and crystal and I just love it. Over there on that wall, I've just got a fireplace mantle hung up. That's another piece that I refinished. And since we're in a pandemic right now, a lot of things weren't open at the time. I couldn't get to Home Depot. I didn't know what to fill the center of the fireplace with. But I ended up just filling it with that oil painting that I have, that I got from the thrift store, and I just loved the way it looked, along with that mirror above it. So I kept it. And the French provincial style dressers in this bedroom, I kind of refinished them just like I did with the piece that my TV is hanging over downstairs. It's more like I don't know how to describe it, but I do it with like a pretty dry brush to get this look. And the nightstands, I redid those. The old windows I bought from a local antique store. I got a really good deal on those. The mirror I got a lot of questions on. That was a gift from my mom, so I'm not really sure where that's from. I'll take you over here. There's the other dresser. Just give you a closer look. Yeah, so I just love this little space. And then our ensuite. Our bathrooms up here were the last thing to get renovated. It's pretty tiny, so it's kind of hard to show you, but just got some vintage bottles up there. That's another antique metal mirror that was also purchased at the thrift store. And the vanity I found on Marketplace. I like to keep my mouthwash in one of those liquor bottles, I guess. Decanter, I don't know what you call those. Just think it looks a lot nicer than having the mouthwash bottle sitting out. Okay, back out into the hall. Here is our guest bath. This one we just finished renovating just the other day. It's pretty much done. There's a few decor things I'd like to change once I have a chance to get out and go shopping. I think I'm gonna wait a little while longer before I head back out to the thrift stores and stuff. But this was another DIY of mine. This is a headboard that I got for free off of Marketplace. I painted it and I added these little knobs that I had, and I turned it into a towel rack. I really like how it came out. My vanity mirrors, I've had those for a long time. They're just some vintage mirrors I picked up, and I really didn't do anything to them. They were already that color, and they fit perfectly with this vanity. I just painted this vanity black. It used to be like an espresso brown, and we thought we'd save some money. And I just refinished it myself, and yeah, I really like how it came out. And the shower is the same as the other bathroom. Same with the floor tile, it's the same as the kitchen and all the bathrooms. We wanted to keep it all the same. And the hardwood in our house, I fell in love with it. I wanted something that looked antique and a little bit aged, and this is what I found. It is Bruce hardwood. We got it from Lowe's. It's called Antique Oak, and it just has so much character. I love it. And the great thing is that when you scratch it or ding it, you can't even tell. You can just fill it in with a stain pen, and you know, because it already has that look to it. So that room there is my husband's office, which I'm not going to show you because it's not that pretty. Just a little linen closet, and here is the guest bedroom. Another French provincial dresser. Until I have a thing for those. I love decorating with old window frames and stuff. These ones I recently picked up and didn't have to do anything to them except for put a clear coat on. And another fireplace mantle. I just love decorating with them. They just add so much to a room. I got that little mirror above it too. That was only $10. I just thought it went so well with the mantle. And again, since it's been so hard to get out to the store, I was kind of stumped on how to decorate inside of the mantle. But for now, I just put an old mirror that I had in there and just a bunch of candles and glassware. Just think it looks pretty, but it'll probably change. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's it for upstairs.
A big thank you to Tara for opening up her beautiful home and sharing it with us all here today. I hope you guys got lots of inspiration and new ideas, and I'll see you guys later on Living in Country. Bye.